In a small village surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Arjun. He was born into a poor family, where every meal was a blessing and every day was a struggle. His father was a farmer, toiling under the scorching sun, while his mother worked as a tailor, stitching clothes late into the night. Arjun, despite his hardships, had a fire within him. He dreamed of becoming a scientist. However, life was not kind. His village had no proper school, and his parents could barely afford his education. The only books he had were the tattered ones his father found in a nearby town. Every night, under the dim glow of an oil lamp, Arjun studied, writing formulas in the dust when he had no paper. His classmates often mocked him, calling his dreams foolish. "You're a farmer's son," they jeered. "Your fate is already written in the fields." But Arjun refused to believe them. He knew that destiny was not something one was given. It was something one created. One evening, while helping his father plow the fields, Arjun saw an old man sitting under a banyan tree, observing him. The man had kind eyes and a long white beard. He called Arjun over. "You have the fire of a dreamer in your eyes," the old man said. "Tell me, what is it that keeps you awake at night?" Arjun hesitated, then said, "I want to become a scientist. I want to invent things that help people, but I have no resources. No one believes in me." The old man smiled. "True strength is not found in wealth, but in perseverance. If you truly want something, the world will conspire to help you achieve it." The man was a retired professor who had returned to the village to live his last years in peace. Seeing Arjun's determination, he decided to teach him. Every evening after his farm work, Arjun sat with the professor, learning about science, mathematics, and the wonders of the universe. The villagers laughed at the sight of a poor boy reading books meant for scholars, but Arjun did not care. Years passed, and Arjun's knowledge grew. He applied for a scholarship at a prestigious university, sending in an essay about how he had taught himself under the oil lamp, using dirt as a blackboard. His story moved the admissions committee, and against all odds, he was selected. Leaving his village behind, Arjun stepped into a world he had only imagined. The city was vast, the buildings towering like giants, but he did not let it intimidate him. He studied harder than ever, working part-time jobs to support himself. There were days he went hungry, nights he slept on a library bench, but he never complained. Years later, Arjun graduated with honors, becoming one of the youngest scientists in his field. His research in renewable energy brought light to countless villages, including his own. When he returned home, no longer a poor farmer's son, but a beacon of hope, the same villagers who once mocked him now welcomed him with open arms. Standing under the same banyan tree where he had first met the old professor, Arjun looked up at the sky. His journey had not been easy, but he had proven one thing. Dreams did not belong to the rich, the privileged, or the lucky. They belonged to those who refused to give up. And in that moment, he knew the phoenix within him had risen.